Hello, I hope you're well, and I hope you've been having lots of opportunities to get out with your camera over the last few weeks. It's been a mixed bag of weather, to say the least, but it looks like we might be coming out of it now with some nice, warm, sunny weather on the horizon and a bank holiday as well. So, really, we should look at introducing a new theme for the Walking Photography Facebook group. And thank you for everyone who has been sharing their responses to the theme in bloom. Some really great photographs. It's been a really interesting year for in terms of bloom. There's bluebells that are still out now. There's a lot of there's some trees that still aren't fully leaves out yet. The leaves aren't fully out yet. So it's been very strange, sort of May, and not your typical kind of May. But nevertheless, there's been some great photographs of in bloom, and I'm sharing some of my favourites from those responses now. And with your unthemed photos, which are always welcome in the Facebook group, we'll be sharing at the end some of the top picks at the end of this video as well. So hang around and look at some of those because they're really great as well. It's been a really exciting, unusual, but I think sometimes the unusualness of a month can be really exciting as well, documenting the things that you don't normally expect to happen in May can be really, really interesting as well, and that those sort of late blooms and late flowers and stuff can really be quite an interesting experience, with some plants being seen next to each other that they don't always get to see next to each other. Anyway, so that's in bloom, and now while I introduce the new theme, I've been thinking about the walking photography group on Facebook. Let me catch my breath. I'm trying to rush to get this finished before the kids get home from school. But I think, it is one of these things that is going to grow as it grows. Sort of, I guess, organically. You'd sort of, your marketing term. We'll just grow it organically. It'll just grow, and I'll try and keep up with how it works. But I think what will be quite nice is to maybe have the themed photos as a cover, as a Facebook cover, one of the top themed photographs as a cover for 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks for an unthemed photo, and then we introduce a new theme, give or take a few days, on how easy it is for me to get another video done and a new theme introduced for you guys. So that's what we're going to do, I think, and I think that will be quite nice too, because it's nice to see the themed photos and the unthemed photos. And I noticed a lot of people apologising for not sharing themed photos, but you don't need to apologise, because we love seeing both. We love seeing the interpretation to a theme, and we love seeing what you get up to and what you're photographing wherever you are and whatever you're experiencing as well, because it's really inspiring to see. So keep sending in both and sharing both on the Facebook group. So the new theme is open, and I've got no clever edits and no wizardry with the camera or anything to share with you, other than I think open is a really relevant topic to look at, and I think it's a very broad topic to look at as well. Open is, things are starting to open, and I know people are feeling differently as things open up, which is totally fine. It's how it should be. People are in different situations, so they will be feeling differently, and I think the best way to approach that is to record your interpretation to open and openness. And I don't necessarily think it needs to be about the country being open again. I think it could be as literal or as conceptual as you like, or as abstract as you like. It could be as simple as opening a book or a magazine and photographing that. I love looking and photographing old books, and there's something very interesting, especially if you can play with the light coming in through windows or maybe lamps and sort of internal lighting, if you like. So there's lots you could do with that. It could be opening doors, opening gates. It could be a flower opening up. When in the morning after a night, the flowers start to open up and then close again as the light disappears. So that could be quite an interesting thing to look at. There's all sorts of stuff. Open spaces. I've really enjoyed being back outside, exploring some wide and open spaces, which has felt really, really nice in recent weeks. So there's a lot of different kind of interpretations, there's that you can explore, and I'm sure you can think of some better ideas than I've just thrown out there as well, which is great, because I think the more widely people interpret these themes, the more interesting and fascinating it is to see on the Facebook group. So that's the new theme, openness. Make sure you hang around and watch some of the photos that are coming out at the end, because they've been really good and I've really enjoyed seeing them. And I'm looking forward to seeing your responses to this new theme of open. You can be really literal with that. That's one of the things I meant to say. You could be really literal with open. You could do open signs, those neon open outside a chip shop or something. And I'm sure there's a lot of businesses that are so thrilled to be open again. There's probably some really nice personal messages, which would be a really nice thing to document at this sort of very unique moment in our time. So yeah, sorry, just throwing in another thought that came across into my head as I was finishing up, but I will finish up now. So look forward to seeing your responses to open, and have a great bank holiday weekend, and stick around for these photos at the end. Thanks.